Hey everybody, it is Jack here. Today I'm talking about BB19. More specifically, I'm tuning into Paul's HOH, which evicted Kevin out of the house. And unfortunately, Kevin, you are a great storyteller, but not a great game player. So moving forward, though, Josh and Kevin were nominated on the block as nominees. One is a clear target, one is a clear pawn, like usual this season. Paul wins veto, really not with a clear fight, because Kevin thinks, me and Paul are good with it, and like he may use the veto, he may not. And honestly, the guy seems so calm about being evicted. It's like, see, that's the thing with Alex. It's like, at least the girl thought. At least the girl wanted to be in the house. At least she liked this game and respected this game. But it's like, okay, Kevin, I get it and everything, but it's like, didn't your, like, I don't mean to be petty in saying this, but, like, didn't your, like, you were doing this because, like, your family loved this game and you really wanted to be there for your family. You wanted to play the game for them, and I know you did, and I know you did your best, and I'm not saying that you didn't try your best, and I know the game is hard, and I know I probably didn't see as great a perspective compared to maybe other people who are fans of you. But for me, it's like, Kevin, you're basically Paul's free vote. See, like, yeah, he got it with he got it with Matt and Raven because they're just game players or puppet masters, as they love to call it. And I died during that. I'm like, are you kidding me? These people? Yeah, that's just on a really quick side rant. But it's like, Kevin, I understand you like Paul and you trust Paul, but it's like, see, this is the thing I don't like about these people this season. It's like, you can't play your own game. You can't think outside of what everybody else is telling you. It's like, see, the second they hit Jury House, they all realize that they screwed up. And it's like, you realize that at Jury House? It's like, honey, I wish I flew like an airplane. Like, not just like a drone or something. No. A legitimately airplane. Like a 747 flight over. I'm gonna go bungee jump in there and tell everybody to get Paul out. But honey, that probably wouldn't work, and I don't have that much money. So yeah. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. Obviously, Kevin is a great person and a great storyteller. I think he would be a great America's Favorite Player, just as a person and as a representative of that award this season. But unfortunately, it's like he didn't do much game-wise. And yeah, that represents the season in a huge way for being an America's Favorite Player. But honestly and truthfully, what are you doing? And it's just like, what can I say? Kevin gets evicted, and unfortunately, it's just the way the world works. It was easily predictable and easily was going to happen because Paul really isn't going to separate the threesome he has had, or the trio he has had with Paul and Christmas, or with Josh and Christmas. Well, no, Paul and Christmas, because it's like, there's Paul, but his name's Josh, because like Paul is basically become Josh in a puppet master kind of way, and then Christmas is basically just the person to calm down Josh, and it's like, But yeah, the trio's here, and yay, they're final three, but you know what that means? Paul's probably not going to get backdoored. But that would be a huge game changer, like season 17, where Vanessa got snipped off right at the end. Phenomenal game moment if that happened, and that's why I'm rooting for Josh, because really, honestly, and truthfully, that'd be the great gameplay that I would love to see him play, and it would be such a great game changer to happen. Although we've seen it before, with this season, I'd be living for it. Living. Oh, I've been preaching to the heavens, being like, Lord, you know what? Where's it? Like, I'm preaching because it's like, let this season have a really good twist. So yeah, that's what would be really interesting to happen. But really, honestly and truthfully, knowing it, Paul's going to win part 1 and part 3 of the HOH, knowing him being probably the most predominant physical threat, and everything, because going into the finale, there's a 3-part HOH, knowing it, Paul will win the first part because it is a physical competition. He's been training physically and everything like that. I don't think Josh will win part 2 compared to Christmas, because I think she may have a bit more of a memory on days. But that really all depends on both of them and their memory and their strategy around that and everything. And that's what really is, at the end of the day, something that's really important to know, is that although part 1 is a physical comp, most likely the second part of the HOH most likely is going to be some kind of mental component. We've seen it on the Canadian series and on the US series that most of the time the first part is a endurance comp, the second part is a physical comp, or is a mental comp with a physical component into it, and the third part is some kind of memory comp resulting in days. And really, honestly and truthfully, knowing how much Paul succeeded, or how everything happened last season with Paul, it looks like he could probably make it to the final 2. But I think the most important question everybody has on their mind is he going to get the jury votes? We obviously saw the jury segment that happened during the episode, and that's going to be interesting to see. I think the one thing that's most important is how the jury's voting, and that's the most important component here. Because really, how is the jury going to vote with this? Most likely they are going to vote on a basis of pettiness or emotion or heartstrings, because I think a lot of these people have been emotionally manipulated by Paul throughout this whole game, and I think that's how they play the game. And that's honestly, that's how I think how it's going to happen, is that Paul's going to lose because he really didn't, although he had a really good jury, or like a decent jury management, that was his biggest downfall. Paul's lack of jury management and recognition of these people, that this is a game, and I think these people in the jury will understand that Paul has played the best game but has played the worst jury management. They probably aren't going to give him the votes. I think one of the most pettiest would either boil down to Cody or Jason. I would say Jason probably more specifically, because he got blindsided. He didn't know. I think that's the one thing that was his biggest downfall, is that he didn't know that Jason didn't know that he was getting blindsided, and I think that was just really disrespectful, or was viewed as disrespectful towards Jason. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens and how the jury votes. I think the one vote that will be most likely guaranteed will be it's probably going to be Kevin, Matt, and Raven. Everybody else is sort of a bit of a wild card. I would say definitely Kevin. Because he's been loyal to Paul throughout the whole game, and I don't think his opinion will change. Matt and Raven, because I think that they did something in the game with Paul, and they had this really great alliance with them, or at least that's how it's being shown, and that's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, overall, it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next few days, and what's going to happen by the finale, and how everybody's going to vote. It's going to be interesting to see. On a side note, I would love for Josh to win HOH, the final HOH. More specifically, though, just because I think he would have the biggest dilemma of the season on whether or not he would want to take Paul or Christmas to the final. I would wonder, because he's been the only person in the house that really has been truly against Paul post Cody leaving and post Mark and Elena leaving. So it'd be interesting to see, would he take Paul to the end, and how loyal is he? Or would he take Christmas to the end? It'd be interesting to see that, and how everything would go down, and how, if he made it to the final 2, how he would justify himself and his gameplay. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and as a side note, let me know what you think about it. Yo, so you have made it to the end of the video. Congratulations, you win some bonus points, even though I don't give out points here. Along with that, though, if you want to subscribe for more content like this, you can hit the button right there. And if you really, really like this video, and you may want to see another video of me wearing this exact shirt, feel free to click right here. Along with that, my Twitters and my Instagrams are going to be up here in the next 10 seconds. Along with that, though, if you'd like to let me know if you disagree with my opinion, that is fine. Let me know down in the comments what you think and who's going to win the final. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.